Are you ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of Inside the Valley. That's Dustin Black. I'm William Cockrell. You know what I just realized, Dustin?
What's that, man?
We need a new intro.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. We need an Inside the Valley. We need some Valley Rats on the intro. We need a Clemson intro.
All right.
I saw you on that episode of Fourth and Go yesterday. Saw his intro, and I was like, yes, that's what we need. Right,
dude. That beat surprised me. It's The Way I Live by Prince the Badass and Lil Boozy. And so it started. I'm like, I know this. I know this.
Cultured, man.
Yeah, I know this. And I was like, dang, dude. I even texted him today. I was like, man, I forgot to tell you, that intro is sweet. Good job on that, man.
Plus the video, all the different big time plays in LSU history. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, big fan.
I mean, not a really big fan. I mean, if it was Clemson stuff, it'd be much cooler.
No, the big fan of the idea.
Yeah, great idea. You know what else is a great idea? Purchasing a coffee mug.
Man,
this is the only coffee mug in the world where the logo is here and not here.
It's good for podcasting. It's a podcasting mug.
It's not really. When I go to drink my tea, you'll have no idea what mug I'm drinking out of. Genius move. Who designed these mugs?
I don't know, man.
It's probably the same guy who decided that we were going to have a quarterback battle all summer.
Yeah.
I mean, are we in a quarterback battle right now? No, there's no way. Why is it called fall camp if you're in the summer?
I don't know, man.
Literally zero part of that camp is in the fall.
Yeah.
The biggest part of fall camp is how hot it is. When I think of fall, I don't think of the heat, even though I grew up in the South where it's always hot in the fall.
Right.
But
you want a nice, crisp, 60-degree morning, that's fall.
Yeah.
Not 90 degrees Derby Meadows. That's summer.
All right. I'm going to ask a question. You tell me if that's fall or if that's summer, okay?
Okay.
Ice cold water.
Summer.
Okay. Sprinklers.
Oh, summer.
Golf.
Every day.
Cutting the grass.
Every day.
Okay. Football.
That's fall.
Pumpkin spice.
I don't partake. Do you partake?
Well, yeah, I do. I definitely do.
Yeah.
I gotta come clean. When it comes to pumpkin spice, Dustin, I would have pumpkin spice socks if I could.
Oh my gosh, man.
Pumpkin spice candles, pumpkin spice. I don't drink flavored coffee. I drink black coffee year round. But when it comes to pumpkin spice season, PSL season, Daddy dabbles. I dabble a little bit in some PSLs. Not gonna lie. I put my Ugg boots on.
Yeah.
I put my flannel on. I nuzzle up the Starbies. No, I don't really get a well, sometimes I don't go to Starbies. And I get me a nice little PSL.
Nah, you've just gotten soft in your old age, man.
I really have, man. This is bad. A lot of estrogen in this body right now. But where there should not be estrogen is in our quarterback room. Mm-hmm. And fall camp has ended officially. Fall, summer, hot ass fall camp has ended. HAFL. No, half. We'll call it half camp. Hot ass last thing before fall camp. Half has ended. Do we still have a quarterback battle?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't see the point of Sweeney naming a starting quarterback at this point. I mean, you obviously want LSU to prepare for both. They're probably going to prepare for both, mainly Vizina, if I had to guess. But you see all these posts about people naming a starter. I don't know. Has Dabo ever done that?
No.
I don't think so either. So I just don't see the point. I don't see that it's ever going to be a thing. I still am in the camp that Vizina is going to run out there first. Not sure if we're going to see tape play or not in week 1, but we will see.
Yeah, and I'm in the same boat. I think Vizina's the guy. I think the majority of the snaps, 75%, if you will, go Vizina's way. Mm-hmm. I think more than that against LSU. But throughout the season, I think Tate Reynolds will have to play. I mean, I think the athleticism is there to mix things up a bit. I mean, just make defenses have to prepare for it. I mean, and it doesn't have to be a quarterback controversy.
Yeah.
It could be. Do not hear what I'm not saying. I'm not calling this Chris Leak and Tim Tebow, but it could be a similar situation in which Chris Leak was never losing that job at Florida when Tim Tebow was a freshman. But Tim Tebow was so athletically gifted that you wanted to have him game plan in certain aspects of the game, and it benefited that team very well, especially in the goal line. Were they going to run it? Were they going to throw it? What were they going to do? And where have we struggled the most, specifically to run the football? Short yardage and goal line.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be nice to have someone who is a runner, and I've seen both of them play. Chris Vezina can run. Tate Reynolds is a runner. So I think when we're going to see Tate Reynolds the most, fourth and short, third and short, goal line, goal to go situations. I mean, it's similar. It's going to be similar to Chris Leak and Tim Tebow. Now, if you think back on what Chris Leak was, I don't think he was a world beater by any means. That team didn't need Chris Leak to go out there and be a Heisman Trophy winner. This is my orange glasses. So y'all listen to Dustin for your logical based stuff. We just need Chris Vezina to be Chris Leak, because I think this roster is strong enough defensively, maybe not deep enough, but strong enough defensively. And I think the skill position players, specifically at wide receiver and tight end, can carry us in situations where we need. We don't need a lead on the quarterback to be the best player on the field. In fact, I think that's the best thing about this team is that the quarterback is not the best player on the field. Maybe I'm coping. What are your thoughts?
I think of like this. I think Vezina got to watch Cade for multiple years, and I think that Vezina knows very well where Cade fell short, both in the film room, obviously, like, getting berated by his poor decision making at times, and then also, like teammates and people talk. I mean, you can't lie to the players. So I think that, like, whereas Cade almost wanted to play hero ball at times and felt like he was the one who needed to make the play, I think Vezina can like kind of take a step back and say like, hey, it's not me. I don't need to be the one to be the hero here. Like, I just need to make the right play and just operate the system. Because a lot of times that's what Cade didn't do. And I think Vezina's had the benefit of watching that unfold for all the years that he sat behind him.
Yeah, there was a interesting conversation that Josh Pate had on his podcast. I think it was yesterday, maybe it was Friday, and someone wrote in and asked a question about Dabo. And one of the points that Josh Pate brought up about Clemson being good, Josh Pate has some connections throughout the league. Where they are, who they are, couldn't tell you. I would assume there's some in Clemson since he's visited there, spent some time there. The notes he got on Vezina versus last year, he said this is an entirely different group from last year based on this year. The biggest difference being that the players seem to want to go to war for the guy playing quarterback, that quarterback being Chris Vezina. And he said, didn't seem like it was that way last year. Mm-hmm. Do with that what you will. There might have been a talent difference between who was 1 and 2 last year, but it seems like there's a vibe and culture difference between who's won this year and won last year. But I'm not naming names.
Yeah, it was weird. I can't remember the game, and I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but Cade got pushed out to the sideline, and it was like the opponent's sideline, and none of the teammates went and got the quarterback off the sideline. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember this?
I think it was Duke, and he was like surrounded by a bunch of players because it was at home.
And one guy like came over and got him, and that was it. Like, it's not like the team swarmed to go protect the quarterback. It was kind of like, whatever. But that was kind of the whole theme of the offense under Riley. Like, there wasn't a lot of energy, not a lot of enthusiasm. Like, Tristan Smith gets one catch, breaks like 3 tackles and shows emotion. Everyone's like, wow, look at that guy. He's really fighting for yardage. And I'm like, that should be normal. Like we used to do that.
Individuals.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time. And then it's like, you get a 10-yard gain and no one's like, really slapping hands or being enthusiastic towards each other. And it's kind of like, where's the energy? It didn't seem like the offense really a perfect way to put it, went to war for each other.
Yeah. So I'm hoping the biggest thing we get out of this is that whoever is starting at quarterback, they're going to go to war for.
Yeah.
The worst part of camp, we got to touch on this real quick. There's been some injuries.
Yeah.
Jay Haynes is a little banged up. He hasn't played very much. I think he'll be fine. I don't think we're relying on Jay Haynes to be the guy anyway, anytime soon. But just it's still important news in terms of depth. The biggest blow to us is Polo Anderson tearing his ACL.
100%.
Because it wasn't when he was going to play. It wasn't if he was going to play. It was how much he was going to play.
Yeah. He was in the two. He was in the 2 deep at safety for sure.
Yeah, and he was going to play in a lot of packages in Baton Rouge, obviously against Charleston Southern. So just a detrimental blow to his growth, into his team. And I was lucky enough to never have a season-ending injury. Obviously, it didn't matter in college if I had a season-ending injury, but in high school, never had to deal with that. The very last game I played my entire high school career, I sprained my MCL. So I probably would have had a significant injury at that point, but obviously didn't take any game time away. It was my last ever game. I can only imagine what he's going through right now.
Yeah.
He's getting football taken away from him for the first time in a long time. So, keep him in your prayers. Mentally, we all want to focus on how tough it is on the knee. It's tough up here too.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to figure out who he is. It's if he leans into it, works hard, he'll end up being a greater person because of this. But it's just a horrible situation. Camp sucks.
Yeah.
They say it on Pardon My Take all the time. They wish you could turn injuries off during camp because it really sucks. Every team gets it though.
Every team.
Every single team. And you kind of alluded to this earlier. I don't think we'll have starters set until the afternoon, early evening of September 5th.
Yeah, and if you're close enough and you follow the team close enough, you can kind of tell who the starters are. It's not like he can't gaslight me into thinking I don't know who's going to start. He just can't. He can't do that to me anymore. But
there's a couple of battles where
but there's still a couple positions like linebacker. It's legitimately I don't know who's going to run out there first. I legitimately I don't know who's going to run out there between Jeremiah Alexander and Kobe McLeod.
I would put money on Jeremiah Alexander.
Yeah, I think he might. I mean, but that also brings in the question: does that bump Sammy Brown out to Will linebacker instead of Mike? Because I don't think Jeremiah Alexander is a Will linebacker.
Yeah, I don't know, and that stinks because you want your best players to be in their best position, but you also want as many of the best players you can get on the field at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. So it's one of those things I don't know. And then like we were talking about Polo was going to be that fourth safety. So you really had Jerome Carter, Corey Myrick as your starters. Then you had Ronan Hannafin and Polo as kind of like your backup in your 2 deep. Now that fourth safety is like a Noah Dixon, maybe like a Jakarion Keenan. You just don't know, and right. So they're going to have to play.
So that's what's going to hurt us later into the season.
Yeah,
is depth. So can this team stay healthy? I mean, Courtney Kelly is a guy we could see in October.
That would be awesome.
I mean, he's a guy that, the ACL is no longer the detrimental career-ending, year-long recovery time.
Right.
I mean, George Kittle just ruptured his Achilles 8 months ago, and he's already been cleared off the PUP. It's like the recovery, the rehab, the PT that these kids get, and the science around injuries now is just unbelievable. So 9 months, maybe it turns into 7 months. I mean, I think if we see him, it would be October, November. Very limited. I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens with the depth there, because one of the depth big question marks, is defensive tackle. And the news that came out earlier today does not help that with our sleepy friend Vic Burley. Just a dingbat move. I mean,
but it's also like I don't think there's any point in the finger here. Like, it's just a horrible situation with like everything that's happened in that defensive tackle room. Like, if you think back, Peter Woods and DeMonte Capehart, they go pro, right? So you lose 2 guys. So Phylon Green goes to LSU, scumbags of college football. They are. Yep. They're scumbags of college football. Sorry, Austin, if you're watching. Then you have Heaven Brown Schuler gets cancer. So he's dealing with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is just a terribly unfortunate incident, much bigger than football. We're still praying for that guy that he comes out on the other side. And then you have Vic Burley get in this situation. You have Courtney Kelly tears ACL. Like, that room has just had nothing but misfortune since the spring. And it's a completely different looking room too. I mean, as much as they went to the transfer portal, that was the one room that like they brought the most people in. And it's even those guys are falling, and it's just crazy. It's nuts to think about Amari Adams being the only person from last year that's really going to contribute to this defensive tackle room, and maybe Champ Thompson, Mekhi Williams-Lee. I don't know. Those are like the only three that were in the room last year, you know?
Yeah, and it'll be very interesting to see the fourth guy. I think the three that we see the majority of the time are Marcus Strong, Amari Adams, and Andy Barberia.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the fourth guy? Because you're going to need at least four. It'd be great to have five. We don't have five.
Yeah, I wish we were privy to the information of what these guys weighed in at, because I'm really interested in what Devarick Woods weighs in at, because he's a G5 guy. So he's old. He's like a 23, 24-year-old player. So if he's like, if he's playing 285, like good luck, buddy. But if he's up there in like the 305, 310 range, he could probably help us.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get that man at 300, get that man at 295. Hell, just be a fourth guy. Just don't get driven off the line of scrimmage, and we get the big body and Diedrich Pennington.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting his last name.
Pennington,
yeah. Always looked like a defensive lineman to me.
Yeah,
comes over to defensive line. I don't think we see anything out of that. I mean, maybe we do
short yardage,
yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. So we talked about safety. We talked about defensive tackle. The other competition is right guard, right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it ended today, it's Ronan O'Connell at right guard, Colin Sadler at right tackle. Easton Ware would be the sixth man.
Or Tucker Caddis.
Or Tucker Caddis. So you've got 6 or 7 guys who can contribute. I said that last year, so I want to be careful how I say this year, because we did not have 6 or 7 guys last year. I like Harris Sewell a lot. Let me preface. I like Harris Sewell a lot. I've had the privilege of meeting him in person. He's a fantastic human being. I really want him to be good. He's shown flashes. You go back to the Notre Dame game his freshman year where he had to start last minute, and it was a great story. I don't see him as concrete center the entire year. There's a world where Elijah Thurman plays center this year.
Yeah.
There's a world where Gavin Blanchard plays center this year.
There's a world where Grant Wise plays center this year.
Yeah, there is. But I think that would be the third most likely, because Elijah Thurman, I would assume has played some center. I know he's played it in the spring. Mm-hmm. Gavin Blanchard, they've been singing his praises, and he's predominantly played center. So Harris Sewell's got it for now. Wouldn't be surprised to see a different center at some point this year. I don't know if Harris Sewell gets bumped out completely or if he goes to right guard and that just shores things up a little bit. I don't know. But the good thing is we have options for people to move around. Everybody on the starting offensive line has played multiple positions on the offensive line, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think on starters depth?
It's just paper thin, man. I think the two rooms where I feel good about depth are defensive end, tight end, and wide receiver.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I'm not high on the running backs.
Yeah.
In terms of depth, and I mean, hell, they haven't proven anything, so there's nothing to be excited about in the running back room yet. It's all projection. We have not seen Gideon Davidson cross the goal line.
Yep. We
have seen Chris Johnson do it, but not in orange and purple. So.
And I've been the biggest critic of David Eziamume since he's been on campus, and I haven't seen that kid, do anything of note yet. But he's going to have to play this year. Like Chad Morris is going to use multiple running backs, and David Eziamume needs to play, and he needs to play well.
Yeah, if it's not him, it's Jarvis Green. If it's not
Jarvis Green,
it's Jay Haynes. We need 4.
Yeah,
you need 4. So it's going to be my freshman year with Chad Morris, we had 4. We had Roderick McDowell, CJ Davidson, Zach Brooks, and one other guy that is slipping my head. It'll come back to me. But we had 4 guys who could play.
Yeah.
Obviously, Roderick was your bell cow. We had 4 running backs, Dustin. We had 1,000 yards rushing. If anybody wonders if we're going to run the football at Clemson, I want you to hear this clip. We had 4 running backs play a good amount of snaps. I mean, you had 4 running backs play against Georgia and have a lot of snaps. And Roderick McDowell still ran for 1,000 yards. So do with that what you may.
Yeah.
So we talked depth questions. Post-camp sleepers. So we're coming out of camp. And when I say sleepers, I don't mean sleeping at the wheel downtown Clemson at 2:00 in the morning, right? This is sleepers that we think they're going to do something good. And I think this actually segues perfectly into who I think my sleeper would be. I'm giraffe nuts high on Cam Cody.
I knew you were going to take him. Go ahead, buddy.
And I think at this point, he's a little undersized in terms of weight. But I think at this point, Vic Burley just gave Cam Cody the ability to come in there and prove it. I think he's going to have to. Because you watch Mekhi Williams-Lee, you watch Champ Thompson, and you see them, and I'm like, those guys don't do anything to separate themselves from a Cam Cody. The only one I have not seen significant snaps is DeVark Woods. So I don't know what the difference is between Cam Cody and him. But if you look at it right now, Vic Burley's out the door. To me, Cam Cody's the fourth best defensive tackle you have.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't say that hyperbolic, and I don't say that because I've been super high on him since we watched this film. I say it because I've seen him. I saw him in the spring. I've seen this guy move. He's built different. He really is mentally. I mean, this dude died on a football field. You want to talk about a defensive lineman that's just had horrendous luck in the past couple of years. This dude is a defensive tackle who died on the football field. This means a little bit different to him, right? So a guy like that is not going to take plays off because he literally doesn't know when his last play is going to be. Right. So that kind of dog mentality will get him on that football field. We haven't heard much buzz out of him during fall camp. That kind of dampens my feel on that a little bit. Outside of that, Corian Gibson has to be involved, and I hope I didn't just steal your pick. But Corian Gibson has gotten the most praise from the defensive staff outside of Polo Anderson during fall. And I think you and I both have been super high on Corian Gibson anyway. We projected him to take a big step forward. We saw what he did at the end of last year. So those are my two guys, is Cam Cody, Corian Gibson. And if I had to pick an offensive guy, I don't know. Is there anybody who's Tyler Brown? He gets woken up from his freshman slumber.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go defensive end London Merritt. That's really my guy this year. And coming out of Colorado, if you watch this film, he's obviously got some things to work on, but he has so many flashes of him just being super, super disruptive, and just a powerful, powerful kid. And played a lot of snaps at Colorado. Had really good grades and everything like that. And I don't know what's going to happen between him and Jaheim Lawson. I think Jaheim Lawson's probably going to start, and I hope Jaheim plays well. I think Jaheim could have a big season, but man, I think London Merritt is going to be a guy that's going to be hard to keep off the field. I just think he's going to get better throughout the season. We saw it with Helt. Helt came in and we're like, hey, man, I don't know what this Purdue guy is going to be all about. That he just, he got up underneath Rump. Rump coached him and made him better. And I just think London Merritt is going to be that guy towards the end of the season where, like, that's the next NFL guy after Helt. After Helt leaves, London Merritt is going to be your guy that you're looking at as the next Clemson NFL defensive end. I'm super, super high on him. I think he has all the tools, all the upside to be great, and I think we're going to see it this year.
In the past 4 years, Dustin, where would you say on our defense has been the thinnest in the past 4 years? Not this year.
But probably defensive end.
Defensive end. It's crazy how it's flipped.
It's flipped completely.
Yeah. So, like, we had defensive tackles playing defensive end. The problem is at defensive tackle, you can't have a defensive end slot and play good defensive tackle.
Right.
At least we don't have the guy who can do that. Will Helt can't. He's too thin. Jaheim Lawson surely can't. He's way too thin. London Merritt cannot. He's too thin. So we really don't have a tweener. We don't have a Peter Woods or Christian Wilkins. Usually don't have those guys very often anyway.
Right.
But it's funny to see how that flipped. I'm curious to see. Tom Allen is not an idiot. He's a lot of things. He's not an idiot. I think he sees he's seen the depth at defensive tackle. There is going to be a lot of different looks on that front seven. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of looks. I think you're going to see a lot of 3 defensive lineman looks with the linebacker walking down. I would not be surprised to see 3 linebackers with Jeremiah Alexander coming in, rushing the passer a little bit. I don't know. I see a lot of different looks coming at LSU week 1.
Well, I was going to say my next sleeper is going to be Ronan Hannafin, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have some 3 safety looks.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, when you run a 3-3, that safety comes down. I would not be shocked if we see some 3-3. I
Yeah.
mean, you have two true defensive tackles who can play some zero, and Marcus Strong and Amari Adams. Amari Adams being as someone who could truly play the zero. Marcus Strong is a little light to play it, but I think he's strong enough. His upper body is just unreal.
Yeah.
Andy Berberia is not a true defensive tackle in terms of a zero technique, a one technique. He's a 3. So I wouldn't be surprised to combat that depth to see some 3-3 looks.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think that he's going to switch it up. He's going to have to. I think he's going to have his hand tied a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, with everything that LSU has and everything they have going good for them, their left tackle and their right tackle are young. The interior of their offensive line is 4th and 5th year seniors.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got some inexperience on the outside, but a hell of a lot of experience on the inside. So that's not somewhere you want to be thin, is where you're getting beat up by the most experienced players. But you can exploit the weakness if you can.
Yeah.
Try to attack those left tackles. Don't be afraid of Jordan Seaton because he's a 99 percentile athlete. Don't be afraid of Weston Davis because he's a former 5-star. They're not flawless. I mean, I was watching Jordan Seaton's tape. He's got some Charmin in him.
Yeah.
He's a little soft sometimes. So there's ways to exploit that. But if you don't have depth and you're not wearing him out, he ain't going to be soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. Do you have an offensive sleeper?
I'm going to go David Ezemume.
I love it.
I really am. I really am because I think that I think that the way that Chad Morris wants to run the ball, I think David's going to be effective in that matter. Like, he reminds me a lot of like the strong, powerful backs that used to play under Chad Morris. I think he's got the body type to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, and this is going to sound so ignorant, but bear with me. This is what I bring to this podcast. I bring the ignorance. Okay, Dustin brings his own guts. I bring my own ignorance. If you go and watch majority of the fall camp like highlight videos they've put out, like the hype videos, he's all over them.
Yeah,
he is all over them. So I don't think that's a bad pick. I really don't.
Yeah, we'll see. I like I said, he's going to get run. I don't think Chris Johnson's going to run too much between the tackles, obviously. So if you're not going to run Gideon all night, between the tackles, 30 plus times. So someone else has to take those carries, and I think he's going to be your candidate.
Yeah, and with Chad Morris's offense, David Ezemume, you're right. He fits it perfectly. One of the things I liked in his high school tape was his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, if I remember correctly. So I hope that applies. It'll be super helpful to keep the defense on their toes. You go back to what you talked about with Blake Baker. The more a defense has to think about what you're doing, the less one-dimensional you are, the better. So if we have a quarterback who can run, that's 2 things you have to worry about now. If you have a running back that can catch, that's 2 things you have to worry about. That's 4, right? So now you got a quarterback that can do both, a running back that can do both. Get you someone who can do both, right?
Yeah.
You got a tight end that can block and catch. Now that's 6 things you have to worry about. So the more variables you add, then you go and you get Chad Morris, who likes to move them around the football field. So now there's additional variables. Where are they lined up? What do they do when they line up here? The thing that's going to benefit us the most is that LSU and Blake Baker have never seen Chad Morris calling plays for this offense in 10 years. I mean, they're going to watch tape from 10 years ago, but I can guarantee you it's not going to be the same.
They're going to see a lot of under center and pistol looks.
Yeah, so it is not going to be the same. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see what Blake Baker and company do at LSU, because if anything, we'll have them guessing because we don't even know who the hell's going out there at quarterback, right? So
yeah, well, I'll tell you, I think Blake Baker's just going to send a lot of pressure all night. I think he's just going to blitz the hell out of guys, and he's going to send a lot of 6 and 7 man pressures and just after the quarterback.
Opportunity, you got to let it hit. You got to let it rip.
Yeah, you just have to be in the right call to counter it. You can get a good like halfback screen out of those and get some good yardage.
So we have the benefit of the doubt of. We have the benefit of the doubt of multiple years of Blake Baker calling defense for this group.
We saw it last year.
We can get tendencies.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have tendencies for us right now.
Right.
It's going to be completely different. So this is the if we had to put a word on this team right now, if you had to put one word to define Clemson's 2026 season as it stands right here, the end of fall camp, the week eve of week 1, what would you say?
Unproven.
Unproven. I like that.
Doesn't mean they can't do it. It's unproven.
I like dark horse. Kind
Well,
of similar.
That's 2 words, you know. But.
Well, no, dark horse. So you just say it quick. All right, you know what? Screw you, man. What if I put a hyphen on it?
That's fine. You do whatever you want, man. You know, it's our podcast. We can make the rules.
Well, you just told me I can't do that, so now I have to switch it.
I just pointed out that it was 2 words. I didn't say you couldn't do that.
You know what? I'll just be vanilla. If I had one word to describe this team, it'd be Clemson.
Yeah, that's nice, buddy. That's awesome.
No, it would be. So you took unproven. I would take unknown. How about that?
There you go. I like it.
Unknown, unproven, unknown. Because A, we don't really know. B, they don't really know. It's just you know what? No. What are we doing?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Our word for this season is nobody.
Nobody's.
Just a bunch of nobodies.
Bunch of nobodies. A couple apostrophes in there. You got one word.
Apostrophe, some dashes, and it'll work.
Yeah.
Nobody. I like it. Who we got on offense, Dustin?
Bunch of nobodies, man.
Bunch of nobodies. How about defense?
Bunch of nobodies.
Mm-hmm. Special teams?
Oh, we got Rich Bisaccia.
I don't know.
With coaching a bunch of nobodies.
Coaching a bunch of nobodies. So it's us against the world. Fall camp's over. There's a lot of things to be hyped about. There's a lot of things to be nervous about. But at the end of the day, every roster is going through this right now, except for LSU, since they're bolstering their roster with NFL players right now.
Yeah, mini Camp U over there.
Yeah, logistically, Dustin, I don't know how that's even going to work if they're even going to be able to play week 1. Even if all this stuff with the SEC trying to cancel it comes to be, and they get around it, I don't see how they're able to play because they're not going to be able to enroll in school fast enough.
School.
Well, what am I thinking? What does school have to do with this?
School.
What does school have to do? They're not playing school.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. Like, I think you kind of talked about it. Like, I don't know if they're going to play week 1. I was like, I don't know. They might.
Yeah, defensively, I can see those guys playing, but the tight end. I mean, I guess the tight end played with Lane Kiffin the year before. You put your tinfoil hat on. Is Trey-Dez hurt?
I mean, he's been in non-contact jersey like pretty much all of camp.
So maybe he's hurt.
Maybe.
You know, also saw
What's
Dylan
up?
Jones is running with their ones.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Not Harlan Berry, not Cade Durham. Dylan Jones.
It's interesting.
Something to think about.
He doesn't pass the name test for me. You know when
Dylan
Jones not a all SEC running back. Yeah, just not an all SEC running back right there.
That's a fullback. That's a guy. You know who he reminds me? Do you remember Colin Jones that played for the Panthers for like 69 years, like special teams, all American?
I don't know.
He has a white safety, ward number 42, and like he was a backup, but he made the roster every year because he was so good at special teams.
Mm.
Colin Jones, Dylan Jones.
Yeah.
Dylan Jones should be a backup safety who plays really well on special teams.
Yeah. Doesn't pass the name test, unfortunately.
No. Does he got anything else to add?
I'm just ready for football, man. It's been such a long off season, and I think there's so much stuff that's gone on, and I'm just tired of the offseason narratives. Like, you think you're done with the offseason, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, NFL players are coming back to college and play football. It's like, I'm tired of this offseason BS, man. Like, I just want to see games be played.
Once the ball is snapped, all that's going to go away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like no one cares about all that stuff anymore. There's no NIL. There's no more TROs, whatever, injunctions, all that nerd words. Yeah, I don't.
If I want to learn about injunctions, I'm going to watch Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Injunction, what's your function?
I thought that was conjunction.
Sumter was a little bit different. we had different songs over in Sumter. It was probably Injection, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Is that I probably shouldn't catch up on the podcast. I think I took it too far. Hey, you know what, Dustin? Before we go, You ever seen one of these?
I have one.
You have one.
Mm-hmm.
I even got a shirt that has this on it. It'd be a real shame if you're one of the people who watch this show, if you're a Valley Rat and you don't own some of our merch. That would be a real shame. It'd be a real shame if October 3rd we saw you at a tailgate and you didn't have any of this.
Yeah, disappointed.
Is it confirmed?
Is what confirmed?
Me and you are us becoming united.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I can't wait.
I know.
Wait. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna be sleeping on that couch right there.
You're gonna be right by. You're gonna be right there.
Yeah,
It's a pull-out bed. It's just a pull-out bed. What you call it? What you call it? A couch. I think.
Sorry, man.
Out, buddy. Look, there's a Lord of the Rings poster back there for you. You can.
Oh, thank God, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Listen, you'll have lots of things to look at. You'll have a Kansas Jayhawk over here to look at you. So,
yeah,
you'll have some buddies in here.
I can't wait, man.
I'm starting to change my mind on this whole thing.
On
Week 1. Actually, let's end the podcast on a positive note. Guess what happens next week, Dustin?
What happens, man?
Clemson kicks the ball off.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course.
Next week we do our first preview.
Yeah, I cannot wait, man.
I feel like we've previewed LSU 69 times.
We have.
So, still tune in next week, though.
Let's do it one more time.
Let's do it one more time, but this time for real.
Yeah.
You ever seen those commercials? The Geico commercials. And a new wind was about to blow. Next time, this time it's for real. You know those?
Yeah.
Maybe if I got the words right, it would be more.
That's what we're doing. It's the for real preview.
For real. We'll start. Actually, we'll just talk in this voice the entire time.
Yeah. It's not the way too early preview. It's the on time preview.
The on time preview is next week.
Yeah.
And then if we did it after next week, it'd be too late.
You got any week 0 takes that you like? Like, are we Rainbow Warriors this weekend?
We are. Should I spoil my entire article that's coming out Wednesday?
So I have Hawaii beating Stanford. I took the points, but like I think Hawaii is going to win. They got Davis Warren at quarterback out at Stanford. Get out of here, man.
Listen, I got TCU beating North Carolina so bad they leave Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick over in Ireland.
Yeah.
I got Virginia beating NC State in a shootout, but give me NC State still plus 5.5.
Oh, I got Virginia running away with that game.
I think it's going to be
that NC State defense was so bad last year.
Horrendous.
I just can't. I don't know, man. And Virginia's so old and experienced. I just feel like week 1, NC State's going to be sloppy.
Do you just like age? How old's your wife? Is she older than you?
No, she's younger.
I'm about to say, it sounds like you're really into experience.
Yeah, my wife is 49 years old. No,
well, so
she's 28.
Not a lot of depth there, but when you put her in,
the
game gets played.
Sorry, she's 29. Hopefully she didn't watch this. She's 29. She's 29.
Dude, no, you called her 28. You ride with 28. First off, you should have never said her age on the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that you got a year off is not the problem. My wife, well, I can't make that joke. I was going to say she's 18, but then I look creepy. My wife is the perfect age.
There you
go. Jacksonville State, North Dakota State. Super excited about that game.
Dude, I am excited about the Mountain West Conference. Like, the Mountain West is electric this year. You got UNLV, you got Air Force, who's going to be good. Like, sorry, I know this is a national podcast, but I think Mountain West is going to be the G6 rep.
I've got UNLV. As a G6 rep.
Someone out of the Mountain West. Like, and I would not put it past North Dakota State being the G6 rep in the playoff this year. Nope. Like, they are going to compete immediately.
And Jacksonville State's going to be pissed off playing them because North Dakota State got the waiver to be able to play in the bowl season this year.
I'm so ready, dude. I'm so ready.
You remember back in the day, that's what you used to worry about? Why can't Jacksonville State play in a bowl game?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Now it's freaking, why is Peyton Manning coming back to school?
Yeah.
I got Hawaii beating Stanford by 2.
Okay.
It's going to be a fun game.
That's going to be a fun game. I can never say the guy's name. I wish that star receiver wasn't hurt for Hawaii. What's his last name?
That's not
starts with a P.
Did you just say that, man?
Ashton. I forget what his name is.
I accidentally just logged into Team Builder for College Football 25.
Where's our lads when you need them? I need like
No,
a
too deep. You need too deep. Don't use our lads anymore. Use too deep. I'm pulling it up right now. You just calm down, okay? I need you to filibuster.
But I think Hawaii too. Like I think they have a chance to be the G6 rip. Like they're going to be legitimately really good this year.
Pofale Ashlock?
Yes, that guy. He's injured. Stud.
Yeah, he's right. He was dirty.
Yeah, he's stud. You know what's really sad? It's really sad that JMU hired Billy Napier because they have such a good lineage of coaching, and now they're going to have old Billy in there.
Hey, no. Sunbelt Billy. That dude can coach the G6.
I don't know, man.
I also got Memphis, or UNLV beating Memphis.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess who Memphis's starting quarterback is this year?
I know this answer. I know who it is. I just can't think of it.
Think my motto for South Carolina.
What?
Slurs up. On accident.
Oh, is it the Marcus Stokes kid?
Marcus Stokes.
That's right. Stokes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In Memphis, Tennessee, of all places.
Yeah. He'll fit in.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, you got any plans for Saturday?
You mean tell you the truth or a lie?
Tell me the truth, man. You don't ever lie to me.
I won't lie to you. Not to your face, at least. My wife is throwing a party for one of her friends.
This is a horrible start. Horrible start to the college football season.
Yeah, her one of her I call them the MILFs, moms I like as friends.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the MILFs is no longer breastfeeding, so they're throwing a party about not breastfeeding anymore. So my wife's like, "Hey, you're with the kids all by yourself from 10 to 2." I said, "No, I'm not." She said, "Yes, you are." I said, "College football." She goes, "You can watch it with them." So you're right. But at 12, I'll have to put the baby down. So anyway, I've finagled my way into a situation where this is going to be beneficial.
Okay.
I got a friend. Shout out Juan. His wife is also going. So I said, "Juan, our kids love to play. Why don't I just come to your house and just have the kids run ragged? They do quiet time, whatever they have to do at their house. And then I put the baby to sleep over there and watch football over there. Don't miss a game. Don't miss a second." So I think I got this down pat. After that, I told her as soon as I get home, it's all football. The television, that TV right there that you'll be looking at, football.
I like it, man.
All football. I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. Football kicks off. What sucks though is the first game of the freaking season's in Dublin, Ireland. Can we stop?
Why does that bother you so much?
No, because dude, this would be an electric game in TCU. There's a lot of grandstanding people do about college football. One of the things that annoys me the most when people try to act like they know ball better than you because they know the G6. Listen, it's tough to know 138 teams. Quit trying to flex on somebody because you know who the starting left guard is for San Jose State. This is one of the things I will grandstand on. It's cool that it's in Ireland for a second, but at the end of the day, it would be so much cooler on campus.
Yeah.
I think. Like Georgia Tech and Georgia playing at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's just stupid. I'd rather them play at Ireland than play at Mercedes-Benz. Let me guess, you don't care though.
I just wish it was in a dome. That's it.
Yeah, you are Dustin
no, I'm
loves
kidding.
Dome.
I'm kidding.
Dustin loves Dome.
I'm kidding. But I don't know, man. The Georgia Tech Florida State kicking off in Ireland, that was electric. I like that game a lot. Also, you know what? But I also view the game differently when it's in another country because I feel like those people are experiencing college football for the first time. So I think it's pretty cool to have it over there. So you're just, I think your perspective's all messed up. So you're being selfish. You know what I mean? You're being selfish is what it is.
You don't want to secure the borders of college football?
No, man. Open borders for college football.
Open border. I'm going to stop the clip right there. Open borders. You heard it here first. You know what? You're right. It was really cool. But one of the things that pissed me off was ESPN was like, look, nobody knows who these colleges are. When Farmageddon was there last year, I don't know what those logos are. I'm like, why are you highlighting this?
That game was ugly as hell too, if I remember correctly.
It belonged in Ireland. There was that game brought another potato famine.
Yeah.
Shout out history. I think we've ended this podcast at least 5 times.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you haven't yet, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go check out what we're doing on the Walk On Red Shirts. The articles are flowing right now. We've got our G6 preview that just dropped. I've got my Moose's top 5 games of the week coming out. That article. There's guys who do betting lines. There's guys. We have a G6 rep. We've got ACC reps. We've got the Heisman lines and contentions coming out. Articles are going to be flowing like the river of Capistrano. Shout out Dumb and Dumber. You got it. You got to go over there and check that out on the Walk On Red Shirts. You got to go over to our store, the Inside the Valley store. Get you a Valley Rat shirt. Get you a Long Fast and Lows football shirt. Get you a mug. Get you a pint glass.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm 5 days away from my dry August being over because I told my wife, I'm not going through all of August. College football is when August ends. I'll be ripping a beer on August 29th.
Nice.
Should I wait till kickoff?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, like official kickoff? No, like at 10 a.m. You're fine, man.
When game day starts, I'm ripping the first.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna be making breakfast, dude. There's nothing better than a Saturday morning watching game day, making breakfast. There's a breeze coming through your house. You're ripping a coffee in your Inside the Valley mug, and then you're about to get out your Inside the Valley pint glass to get ready for the noon kickoff.
We're so close, man. We're close.
So freaking close.
Yeah.
I can smell its armpits.
Yeah.
It's right there. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers by the start of football season. It ain't looking good, but it could happen. There's crazier things that could happen. We've got NFL players in college football. We can get 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel. After you like and subscribe again. Get a friend to do it. Go watch our other content. Follow Dustin at DustinB429 on the Twitter sphere. Me at Walk On Moose. And you know what, guys? Happy college football season.